Hello and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Shalini Ratnavira. First, let's take a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
General election campaigning to conclude at midnight today. Close to 500,000 official polling cards still remain at post offices, says Senior Deputy Postmaster General. Over 2,500 complaints related to upcoming general election, 12 candidates arrested. Fourth typhoon in a month hits the Philippines. Hat-trick hero Ferguson says insane T20 win massive for New Zealand. In your top story, this campaign activities for the 2024 general election conclude at midnight today. Chairman of the National Election Commission, RMAL Ratnayaka, says that starting from midnight today to the 14th, which is the election day, election campaigning will be prohibited. That means a silent period will be in effect. He also reminds candidates of the election that the operations of the campaign offices, which have been established on an electorate basis, must be concluded from midnight of the 12th of November. He says that from that point onwards, it is on the offices of the party or independent group established in each electoral district that may remain operational. The chairman of the National Election Commission further notes that candidates may continue to maintain campaign offices in their residences until midnight of the 12th of November. However, he adds that no propaganda material may be displayed there. In addition, he says that if there is a campaign office or a residence of a candidate located within a 500-meter radius from a polling station, no propaganda material should be displayed there either. In more local news, Senior Deputy Postmaster General Rajita Rana Singha says approximately 500,000 official polling cards for the 2024 general election still remain at post offices. He added that official polling cards of those overseas and who were not present in their residences remain. However, the Senior Deputy Postmaster General Rajita Rana Singha stated that 76,000 official polling cards were collected by voters within the past 2 days. The distribution of official polling cards for the 2024 general election concluded on the 7th of November 2024. Senior Deputy Postmaster General says that official polling cards can also be obtained on the election day from the nearest post office upon confirmation of identity. Moving on to more local news, the National Election Commission says that the number of complaints related to upcoming general election has risen to 2,580. Out of these complaints, 20 are related to acts of violence. The Commission also says that 2,525 complaints are concerning the violation of election laws. According to the police, 12 candidates have been arrested for violating election laws. Additionally, 388 accomplices have been also arrested. 105 vehicles have also been seized. The police have received 398 complaints, of which 57 are criminal complaints.
International news.
In international news, thousands of villages were ordered to evacuate and ports shut down as the disaster-weary Philippines was struck by another typhoon, the fourth in less than a month. According to the National Weather Agency, there were no immediate reports of casualties or damage as Typhoon Toraji hit the nation's northeast coast, about 220 kilometers northeast of the capital, Manila.
Sports news.
In your sports news, New Zealand's hat-trick hero Lockie Ferguson said defending a total of 108 to win the second T20 match and draw the series against Sri Lanka in Dambulla on Sunday was massive for an inexperienced Black Caps team. Trailing 1-0 in the series after a 4-wicket loss at the same ground on Saturday, New Zealand were only able to put a modest score on the board as Sri Lanka spinner Wanindu Hasaranga took 4-17 despite being clearly hampered by injury. Ferguson struck to dismiss Kusal Perera at the end of Sri Lanka's 6th over, however, and sent back Kamidu Mendis and Charit Asalanka with the first 2 balls of the 8th to become the 6th New Zealander to take a T20 hat-trick. Well, that's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the News First team, I'm Chalani Ratnavira. Thank you for watching.